I think maybe even Dirty Jersey Rat. Dirty Jersey. Yay! I love that song.
I don't know. It's really annoying because like I don't think that there's. This is gonna sound weird, right?
Huh.
I get vilified so much.
That's
by people like I saw Stevie Lou was like commenting on over at fucking what's his face Husey show today. I guess I watched some Husey. He's like, Pat Dixon's a straight up creep or something, Then Husey's like, oh, I wasn't aware of like some reputation he had or something. But hey, if you want to come on and talk about it, come on. So like, what firsthand information does anybody think Stevie Lou has about me?
Yeah.
Zero. Absolutely no firsthand information. So anything he says is hearsay and fucking nonsense. He's a guy who don't like me. You might have noticed a pattern here. Hosts of shows. There's like a handful of people, all from the MLC world, they just think I'm the fucking worst. Or do they think that, or is it just like what they're saying, right?
Yeah.
It's like Tom Myers, Stevie Lou. Chad's never got a nice thing to say. Why? Because Kevin says it. It's like,
yeah.
And then it's like, fine, on the show, fine. But Stevie Lou is like a little soldier,
Yes.
He likes to march out into the fucking world and try to discredit Dixon. Hey, you know what? Here's the thing about Dixon. He's a real creep. What does that even mean? It's like taken with such significance, Oh, a creep. Oh, wow. Did he commit the crime of being a creep? I mean, like, fuck it. Whatever, I can't imagine watching some show and Stevie Lou's name come up and I'm like, Stevie Lou is a straight up creep. I mean, we all know it, but like Stevie Lou calling somebody a creep it's holy shit, dude. What's the matter with you? I can't imagine a bigger fucking creep than Stevie. I mean, I can, of course, but I mean, he is a creep. To me, he's the kind of guy I would call a creep.
Right. Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm out here trying to talk some shit about you. And, he's bad at arguing. He's bad at estimating money.
God.
And, like, he finally, years into being on MLC, and I'm playing Bright Eyes in a moment, okay? So, I mean, like, I'm figuring it out. I just got sidetracked. I hope you're okay. Learn to just at least stay out of Kevin's way enough, Like, to not have any of your own opinions, really. You got to jump on board all the way here, man. No disagreeing, all agreement, and you can't be phony about it. So you got to kind of like, do your fucking job. Which is to be a fucking minion.
Yes.
You're a minion. What garbage, I mean, and like, I just can't imagine, like, he has no personal shit against me, really.
No.
He just doesn't. But he doesn't need it. So he's earning points or something? I will go out and try to damage this person's reputation or something. And I know, okay, it's just people talking shit. It's not that I'm upset about it. It's that I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
Like, aren't you at an age yet where you realize your life is more valuable than that?
Yes.
To be like, oh, I must go around doing this, saying this, like, I just don't get it. I don't get how that benefits him. I mean, it's nobody's impressed by that. It doesn't make Kevin go like, oh, I like the way he's always out there fucking, talking shit about Dixon. There's not a day that goes by that somebody's not saying some shit like that. Some fucking, I don't know. What was the word Geno used? Shit person liar.
Yeah.
Some shit person liar. Shit people liars. Shit people liars. He's pretty drunk. So because he's a drunk, that means that what? I have to be a drug addict, right? Or because I punched him, that means I beat women. You know? Like,
Of course.
holy shit.
The
You know?
logic is there.
And here's the thing. I still don't regret it. I don't regret it at all.
Good for you, man.
Please. No, I mean, not good for me. It's just a fact, you know?
Yeah.
It's, even with all of that, and it does all stem from, okay, there's 3 people who just fucking turned crazy on me, turning up the fucking, the stories. The first was, what's his name? Keith and the Girl, Keith Malley. I did 45 episodes of his show, never a complaint, never any like concerns about me or who I was or anything like that. One night I call him a drunk because he's annoying me. I tell him all his friends are drunks. Fuck you, and I leave.
Yeah.
And then the next day, oh man, I'm a sex predator. The next day, there's never been anything said about that. They put the word out. Any woman who has any experience with this guy, no one, until I guess what, Justy Dodge, fucking years later, happens to be on there or something and claims that I exposed myself.
Yeah.
Like, you're saying 2008 or something, 2007, I showed you my dick in a comedy club. Well, try to prove that wrong. You know?
Right.
This was like a friend of mine's girlfriend. But oh, there you go, And then and then there was the next one was Geno, who just flipped after I punched him. Never anything about beating women ever. Never anything about drug addiction. Never anything about, me being crazy or unstable. I got a raise. I was Ant's fill-in guy. If anything, I was just gaining status at that Compound Media. Punch him. Now I'm a woman beater. Just says it just freely,
Yeah.
freely. Because, he's so hurt. He's so fucking butthurt. He was so hurt by that. And remains that way to this day. Has run his mouth for literally years about this now, about what a horrible person I am.
Yeah.
As has the third one, Kevin Brennan. Same thing. So hurt, turns completely. And I maybe, and I do think he was for some reason hurt. I don't know. But this isn't to talk about Kevin Brennan except to say, yeah, you'll notice I was pretty cool. And then I was a fucking dirtbag.
Yeah.
That's observable, okay? So this is I'm not even talking shit about Kevin. This is just what happened.
Yeah.
So 3 people. And I don't, I'm not any of that stuff. I'm not a sex predator. And I'm not a fucking, which, by the way, when he was saying all that sex predator stuff, Keith Malley, when he was saying all that shit,
Yeah.
there was not one person giving him any information to that effect. Not one.
Right.
Not one. He just started saying it. And he was like, and if you have anything, let us know. Then they were like, oh, we got a lot of emails, but they all told us that not to use their names and not to go into specifics. And, we weren't allowed to tell their stories, but they wanted to let us know that it was true. Right. Because I might damage their comedy career. I have a lot of sway in the comedy business, And then Geno, like I said, because I spanked Chrissy Mayer, He's going to go
Right.
around saying, I beat women.
I like.
That was the extent of his, he's like, oh, that's a good one. People hate woman beaters. And then Brennan, just amplified everything and all that shit and a few new things of his own. I'm just the worst. It's like fucking crazy. To me, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So
it's
those are the
insane.
three. And it's like I look at it over the course of years. You know what I mean? It's like these are the facts of my life as it's played out.
Right.
Fascinating. Isn't it fascinating? Because, I don't think I've ever started a rumor about somebody.
No.
I don't think I've ever, tried to damage anybody else's reputation. I just have never done that.
Right.
I've never been so mad at somebody. I mean, I've been, of course I've been mad at people, but I would never do that. I don't see I wouldn't feel good about that.
Yeah.
I want people to see what I see that's real, if anything. So if I've talked about anybody, it's never been like, well, they here's something untrue about them. I don't have to lie about them. They suck. Anybody that I'm mad at or that I think sucks, I'll tell you that here's why I think they suck and all that.
Right.
But these are people like, well, he's not bad enough. We have to add some shit. I hate him so much. He has to be all these things.
Yeah. Right.
And I'm never letting go of it, ever. This Keith Malley shit. I had the fucking temerity to call this guy who I've known for years a drunk. Leave me alone, You're a drunk dick.
Yeah.
So fucking what? And I had known him for 7 years. Did his show for free forever, And I don't expect to get paid for just some regular podcast, but you had to haul your ass all the way out to deep Queens from Manhattan. It took an hour. It took an hour to get to this fucking place. And then back. With some walking, some considerable walking. It was a fucking thing before and then they were in Astoria. But that was years, And oh yeah, we're having a burger cooking contest, a burger off. Yeah, okay. I'll buy ingredients, make burgers and bring them. Thanks. Okay, now you're on the video. Cool, we got that. The most ungrateful fucking just shitty fucking people, It's like it's not like I was expecting any money. I took the deal. I know. I get it. But you would think after you know somebody for that long, hey, how about instead of, making shit up? I mean, that was a bad feeling at the time.
Yeah.
It was like some people who had been through similar things I think they were probably like, well, don't worry about it, man. Nobody knows about this shit. Not a big thing. But apparently, I'm a very smearable person, But they lost listeners over it. I lost listeners over it.
Yeah.
It's good job, guys, Because you're such a fucking pussy that you can't hear somebody say that shit to you once and just be like, yeah, we said some things. Maybe I shouldn't have put it that way, None of that. They never spoke to me again.
Yeah.
Everything was directed out toward, on Twitter, but they would not have any private conversation with me whatsoever. Everything shifted to only public, which is it's like Brennan does too. Everything's got to be public.
Yeah.
Because that's how he can it's Kevin's sitting in a position where he's like, I define reality. He thinks, and on his show, that's the way it is. And I guess on anybody's show they can do that. But man, I've never seen anybody take such full advantage of it. And even when the people have called him out for it with Chad and stuff, protecting Chad and shit, and how frustrating it is. He's still like, yeah, people say I protect child. I don't know. I'm not trying to take sides here and all that kind of shit.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, great.
of
Like,
course.
damn, dude. It's fascinating. Whatever. Who knows? And now I'm sure that and I'm sure that I'm not going to be invited on MLC anytime soon. And that's good. I don't see myself as part of that at this point.
Right.
Like anything that I see at Kevin's is a clip or it's incidental or whatever. It's like he's on all the fucking time, every day. So you go past it or something. But yeah, it's the thing that sucks about it. It's like you want to like him,
Yeah.
especially somebody you want to like him, but I can't agree with his assessment of me as it began, back whenever I decided to, go do a comedy set in Las Vegas around somebody that he just wasn't in love with at the moment.
Yeah.
Wow. That sucked.
That really sucked so much.
But then, whatever. It's like, live and learn, who cares?
Man.
It's something that when you don't do this stuff, you really don't have to deal with that stuff. Makes sense? Like you start I didn't know that streaming involved, like, there's people just now. Okay, I guess I probably should have known that, like, there could be bad consequences. Your actions have consequences. Punch somebody and hey, they get, But what never occurred to me is that, like, you punch somebody and then for years after that, or even that at all, they're like, now I'm going to start making shit up about you.
Yeah.
And try to, like, fucking vilify you and just drag you through the mud as much as possible. God damn. And then people say, like, oh, man, what right do you have to tell him to just get over it? Are you shitting me?
Literally everybody else has for 4 years.
They have. They have. You're right. It's a very common sentiment, like, damn, you should really kind of get over this. But I'm not allowed to just, because I'm the perpetrator of the thing. I'm supposed to feel bad I paid I did my time. I came out on the other side of it. So, like, I think I have a fucking fair perspective on it. It's illegal to hit people. Therefore, you shouldn't do it. It's against the law. There's a reason the law is there. It's mean. I guess. You might say. And I don't know what else to say about it. It's like, yeah, we're all agreed. Nobody has to, like, convince anybody that, like, yeah, it's not cool to punch somebody in the face.
Oh no, it
like,
was cool, but it was
like,
against the law.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's against the but you know what I mean by not cool, right?
Yeah.
That it's it's not a good thing to do to somebody. And people really shouldn't do that. But, like, yeah, I know. I don't think there's ever been any question about that. There's never been any question about that. We know that you shouldn't do that. So, like, shut the fuck up and let people know that, I mean, everybody knew that it happened,
Yeah.
and let them be the judge of, like, how good or bad or indifferent they feel about that, Let them make up their own mind. If they're okay with it, then they're okay with it. If they're not okay with it, then they're not okay with it.
Yeah.
He acted like it was the fucking crime of the century. Acted like he found me, just butt fucking his dog or something. You know what I mean? Like stabbing a child or something.
Yeah.
Just it was crazy. Like what he did. I mean, the way he used to yell that unhinged shit that people see just kind of popping up sometimes now. It was like that sometimes for 15 or 20 minutes at a time.
Yeah.
At fever pitch about how
Ugh.
fucking terrible I am.
God, it was ridiculous. Oh my God. People need
And
to like go back and rewatch those.
I know they really do. They really do.
Shit
It
was
was so.
nuts.
It was a kind of over the top that like I could describe it, for an hour, and you'd still see it and go like, "Oh shit, okay."
You're right.
It's like an apartment I had in New York. The first one that I moved into. I would tell people on the way up the stairs, "Look, it's very small, okay? Whatever you're imagining, cut it in half, and then cut it in half again. It's that small, okay? So when we walk in, don't be surprised and tell me how small it is." Oh no, I get it. You get up there and they're like, "Damn, it's small."
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, same thing. And like it would be like that. But there's no way of conveying how small he was. And it is. But I mean, just like at the time, he's behind the paywall. And he didn't want to be the only one saying this. And Stevie Lou started being his surrogate podcast appearance guy.
Yeah.
So before Stevie Lou was sucking up to Kevin, he was sucking up to Geno. Before that, he was sucking up to Eastside Dave, and they had a conflict. They got physical. Stevie is the aggressor, as you recall.
Right.
So, like, I happen to like Eastside Dave, but I'm not crazy about these other fuckers he sucked up to, He sucked up to the wrong guy. He sucked up to somebody with Eastside Dave, but where it didn't make sense. But, man, when he started sucking up to Geno, oh, yeah, easy. Go out, appear on podcasts, and tell everybody how bad Pat Dixon is because he punched Geno Piscani and all the terrible things about him.
Yeah.
This went on for months. Years it's gone on.
Years.
He's acting like he's still trying to impress Geno Piscani. And we like fucking Stevie and I, after he got his ass beat by Ryan Katsu Rivera in a boxing ring, literally in a boxing ring, they actually boxed. And he was humbled. And he acted like a regular guy for about a week. He acted like a normal person. And then it started slipping away until he got right back to the garbage that he's at now.
Yeah, he was actually pretty cool.
He was all right.
He was pretty chill.
But now he's got, he serves his masters. You can't say he doesn't. Like people are saying things that are vaguely anti-Brennan over here, and you go and attack the people he thinks are doing that. Like, he is a fucking perfect Nazi soldier. All about the mission,
Yeah.
All about pleasing his betters.
You know
Jesus,
what's
dude,
that?
I mean,
Swastika save.
how does his self-esteem get that fucking low?
Yeah.
That's what you're about. You're about lying about some people, which he, look, I mean, everybody's got to work for somebody, I guess, whatever. But he wasn't even getting any money from Geno. But that was when Stevie Lou took his strong anti-Pat Dixon stance because of Geno. Because Geno didn't want to go on all these, every podcast. And he didn't want to be the only one saying it. So Stevie Lou was his second. This is all, like, observable.
Dirty Jersey Rat, Dirty broke my heart, Dirty Jersey. You broke my heart. Mainly by including Granny. That's my main issue.
You know what? You weren't. I know that your ass was not going to bring this up.